Hey guys, we are having another exciting review and it is MAC Cosmetics Serum Powered Foundation. This is a buildable, weightless 24-hour hydrating foundation that smooths texture, evens tone, and blurs the look of pores, which I'm always looking forward to. I do love good MAC foundation and hopefully this shade will match me. Usually I would say this is a little bit deeper than I would usually wear, but looking online photos, I don't know. In general, I always use NC in MAC foundation because they do lean more yellowy, which suits my skin tone very well, and I run away from NW, meaning they are neutral warm. Guys, they do look really orange on me, so this NC actually being much more cool toned. So in general, I always go with the NC line, but we'll see how this one will go. This is how packaging looks like. I really do like this new print with the gold leathers. And recently, like I mentioned, we do have a lot of skincare benefits within the makeup products. This is the last one that I tried, I really loved, and this one is Serum Concealer from Lancome. This is brand new, and I'm thinking maybe to incorporate this one together with the foundation. We'll see how this will go. Anyways, I'll link everywhere down in the description box where you can find this foundation. This foundation has been priced at $46, and you do get 30 milliliters of the product. I'm having really dry skin, so to hear that this is all new innovation that delivers 209% hydration for plumper, smoother, and more radiant skin really makes me happy, and I can't wait to try this one. Wow, it's powered by 33 skincare ingredients, including 10% of hyaluronic acid solution. What? And it locks hydration. This foundation comes in 48 radiant shades, and apparently it's not gonna crease. And one thing I'm curious about, is this water resistant? It says water, sweat, humidity, and transfer resistant. Well, we're gonna test that. It also comes with a pump, and I will try it. This is how consistency looks like. Why am I holding my hand like this? This is how the shade looks like. I'm not quite sure. I'm just thinking, is it a little bit too yellowy towards orangey? I don't know. Let's just try it. I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques sculpting brush. I already do have corrector on my face, and the best way to test the foundation is to go from your face to your neck, because everything needs to be cohesive. You're not looking your foundation only matching your neck or your face. So, oh, this is really blendable. Is this going to oxidize? So my first thought when I saw this shade was, it is too orangey. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Whenever you're trying new foundation, make sure to leave it on your skin for a while to see if it's going to oxidize. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do now. So this one has been on my arm for a while now, and this is how it looks right now. I think it did oxidize a little bit, nothing too crazy. It feels really, really lightweight. And one side I'll do with my brush, and the other I'll do with the Beauty Blender. I just wish this shade was a little bit more neutral. Anyways, this is half of my face with this product, and I love it. It is so luminous. Shade goes really well with the rest of my body, and I will apply other side with the Beauty Blender. Wow, this feels like I have nothing on my skin, and yet it does give me coverage. It's light towards medium coverage, and I'm not sure if I want to build it up. Maybe just in this area to see what is going to happen. But at the same time, I want it to get dry so I can test it. You know what? I really want to see if this one is going to be water resistant and if it's going to stand throughout the whole day, because this could be new favorite for not having a heavy makeup, because I love their Pro Longwear line. MAC's Pro Longwear line was my must have in my makeup kit for my clients, and I love that. But this could be something else. Having everything that Pro Longwear line had, but just being much more lighter on the skin, that would be awesome. And having dry skin, I really appreciate this. So this one, this side is with, this one is without. It is pretty deep shade. And I'm going in with my Beauty Blender. But when it comes to pores, is this going to really minimize the appearance of the pores. It's looking good. So far, so good. As always, Beauty Blender gives me a little bit less coverage than brush, but I'm gonna go again and use my brush on top of this. I do feel like it's a little bit oxidizing on my skin. And always, if you want to remove excess of your product, all you have to do is to take Beauty Blender on a tissue and then just remove the excess. That way you will know you don't have any excessive product on your face, which you don't want to have anyway. This is definitely not full coverage. I will let it sit for a little bit. I will just apply my concealer, and I want to check if this is water resistant and transfer proof. Now for my concealer, I will be using this Lancome Serum Concealer. I'll add up a little bit of Makeup by Mario Cereal Awakening Concealer, and just to lighten up a little bit this shade that I have. Wow, this layers beautifully. Probably because they're both serum infused. So the same type of the products layer one on top of each other really well. I didn't want to go with my Pro Longwear concealer because I do feel it's going to be too heavy for this, and that's definitely not what I want today, and especially for this test review. Look how natural and how beautiful this is. And even though it dried down, it still has luminosity. I'm not sure if this is fully dry, but just for the test purpose, it may be that it's excess of the product, which it is. It's right here. So I'll just say it needs to set really nicely, and then you're good to go. Another thing, just hope I'm not gonna ruin everything. I'll just spray it with the water. Let me just protect the eyes. The moment of truth. Let me just grab the other clean side of the tissue and it's going to absorb everything. Ooh, actually it came out a lot, and that is not good. Not good. Let me do another pump. So this definitely wasn't what I was expecting. Anyways, I'm so sad to see that this is not water resistant. So that is why I was a little bit skeptical to read that something so light can be so resistant to everything. But okay, I always give it the benefit of a doubt. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of contour. And I am using my Makeup by Mario contour stick. I'm going in with this Pixie Glow blush stick and also a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Blush Wand. I still can't believe how bad that went with the water. So in a contact with the water, it just melts. Maybe once I set a whole makeup and we'll see the results. But I have to say, everything else just goes smooth. I will set this with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in shade 01. This foundation looks really beautiful when you apply powders on top of it. Actually, depends what kind of powders, but if you do apply fine powders, that means that you have to be really careful when choosing powder foundation because it can mess up your liquid foundation. So even your liquid foundation will look as good as the rest of the makeup as well. Anyways, I will finish off my face and I will check in with you within a couple of hours. And I'm back. It's been a couple of hours and it's pretty hot day today, so that's a good test for the makeup when it comes to longevity. But I can say for this foundation, definitely will have to be set up a little bit more. You need to set it up with a larger amount of a powder than I did. Like, I really went lighter as I could. I didn't want to over powder my face, but this one definitely needs to be, it is luminous by its own. Especially if you're having oily skin, you do need to be cautious of that. I'm having dry skin and my skin loves foundations like this. Honestly, this is so lightweight. It is like those light face and body foundations. I just wish this one is having everything that it claims to have. So this side, it has been set now with a powder, and this one not, so you can see luminosity. So I will set it, just touch it up a little bit, and I will be back in the next couple of hours to see what is going on with this powder. I just need to touch up this right here with a little bit of concealer. Anyways, like I said, I will be back within the next couple of hours. So far, I'm not seeing any major issues when it comes to this foundation. I only needed to do a little bit of touch-up just because of this is glowy finish. So that's the reason. The only thing I did realize is that right here, it collected a little bit in my smile line. But that's nothing that cannot be fixed in a second. I'll see you soon. As it's getting really late, this will be my final check-in. First thing I'm going to do is to test the transfer of this foundation. It's nothing too crazy, and this may be even the powder, because in the meantime I did apply extra powder. What I can see is that this one collects in my fine lines, unfortunately, especially this one, but it's nothing too crazy. I love the way it stays and it looks really, really natural. So the only one complaint that I had was it wasn't water resistant. Should we check that again? It may be that I ruined everything. Usually especially when you're doing makeup on clients and when they cry, you can clearly see where the tear has been. And let's see if this is the case right now. Oh, I think it is. I think this is color coming through. So I definitely picked up some product, and I wouldn't lean on this one as a water resistant foundation, but once it's dry it's not too bad, but it does come off quite a bit. So as long as the feel of this foundation, this feels so lightweight, one of the lightweight foundations that I've tried. As I suspected, when it comes to longevity, though I said it with a fixing spray, this is not like their Pro Longwear line, where unfortunately those feel way heavier compared to this one. I can't even compare them, but I'm guessing it's just the price you have to pay for the waterproof makeup. Anyways, I will test this one again, of course, and I will let you know. I'll give you my initial feedback, and you let me know if you grabbed one, if you are planning on buying and trying this one. This is something I would highly recommend, especially if you are interesting to try something that is much more leaning on a skincare, but again, it has a good ratio of a skincare and a makeup product in one bottle. So I do love that, and I do love how it looks like on my skin. I really do. And the shade actually looks really good. First when I opened it, I thought, oh my god, it's going to be too orange, but no. Anyways, thank you for hanging out with me today through this review. I am beyond happy for all of your feedback, and before you leave, make sure to watch this video where I present how I created this makeup look, just in case you are curious. And guys, I will see you in my next one. Thank you. Bye.